Hey guys, I will talk a bit more in a second, but I reached out to a cousin of mine, long story short, to promote Entrepreneur of Impact on the radio. And he said to tune into tonight and and I have no idea what to expect. He asked for some information, sent them some information about what it is I'm competing for, what it is that I am doing. And he said, tune into tonight and we shall see. So we're going to do something a little bit different here.
It's your favorite 90s to now radio station here on DJ Countdown, and it's a Monday night, and it's a little warm out there. We're definitely hitting over 100 degrees for a couple of days, and we got some 90s for the week. So we want to stay cool. Now, tonight, Monday Night Showcase, stick around 8 o'clock. We're going to have some original music from local artists. That's always fun here. Every Monday night, we play music here, all different genres, from old school, Latin, rap, R&B, country, whatever, EDM, rock, grunge. We have had literally every style on the show. So if you have music, you're an original music with original music, an artist here in Bakersfield or South Valley, make sure you reach out to me. You can send me that music. It's DJ Countdown 661 at gmail.com. Now, tonight, I am very happy to introduce Victor the Inspiration, Victor Guerra. He's out in Fresno and he's got an amazing story. And we need to help support here. We love to support our local community, and he is an entrepreneur. He's a motivational speaker. He has his own book out, and I asked him to call in so he can tell us what's going on. He's got a contest that he needs help with votes. So here, check it out. It's Victor the Inspiration, y'all.
So much gratitude to have my high school, Sunnyside High School, post my link on their Facebook page. Like, this is so huge. I am going neck to neck, back and forth, competing for the first place spot for Entrepreneur of Impact during the quarterfinals. And I am so close to making it through to the semifinals, which ends this Thursday, May 14th, 7 o'clock p.m. California time. And we are neck to neck. Like, you can tell we both really want it because we are going back and forth, back and forth. And right now, they currently have been holding the first place spot for a few days now. And I am trying to utilize all of my contacts, all of my resources as much as possible to try to take the lead back into the first place spot. I am doing anything and everything within my power. I have not utilized any of my contacts besides like my immediate family. I have not utilized any of my contacts, any of my emails, any of my social medias to reaching out to my followers and sending social media DMs or messages and all these different things. I've not utilized any of my resources up until I knew I really needed you guys the most. And I am trying so hard to make it through to the semifinals, which again ends this Thursday. So up until tonight, 7 o'clock tonight, in a few hours, say 7 more hours, voting is currently double. So that means for every one vote counts as two. And I would be so greatly appreciative. Voting is free. You can vote every 24 hours. I know this is a really big ask, but if you guys can seriously help pull me through to making it through to the semifinals, I would be so forever grateful. So what I am doing is I am competing in a national competition hosted by Damon and John from Shark Tank, and I am currently competing for three grand prizes, which is one, $25,000 cash, two, one-on-one mentorship by Damon and John himself, and third, to be featured on Forbes magazine. Now, me recently becoming a published author, having my own podcast. In addition, now trying to get my speaking career going, this would significantly kickstart my entire career. And I cannot genuinely do this without you. I have to express my gratitude for every single one of you that has been voting daily, has donated every donation. Also, as well, I am essentially raising funds for an organization called Gen Youth, where I am helping young individuals live healthy and active, fulfilling lives. So it's a win-win. It helps me within the competition, and it goes to a great cause. I love you guys. Please share. And if you guys can seriously, again, help pull me through to this next round, I would be so greatly appreciated. And again, thank you guys so much for every single one of you that has led me up to this very moment, because I could not have done this without you. I came up with.
All right, y'all. That is Victor the Inspiration. So make sure you follow him on his social media. He's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the different platforms. And also, you want to make sure that he has a book out, so you can look him up on Amazon Book. It is, let's see, look up the title here one more time for everybody. It is Turning Trials into Triumph. Victor the Inspiration. Help him out here. We're going to definitely support him and put him on the map and help him get that $25,000 or a mentorship. And he can help his entrepreneur and his new company, his new business, and his podcast out that grow. Rewind 98.1, 93.5, DJ Countdown. We'll be right back with more jams. Don't go anywhere.
That is so cool.
Bakersfield device sell you.
That is so, so cool. I'm like so thrilled and humbly like grateful for such experience. It's been a journey. I reached out to my cousin and I knew he hosts a radio station. So I reached out to him. Again, I'm just trying to utilize and do everything within my power to make it through to the semifinals. I was not planning on getting emotional. I was doing everything and anything within my power to make it through to the semifinals. And I reached out to my cousin, and because he hosts a radio station, and I reached out to him and was like, hey, I'm competing for this national competition called Entrepreneur of Impact, hosted by Damon John. And I was asking for like support. Like what would be the chances of you getting me like on the radio? And long story short is after some back and forth, he was like, send me some information. And he was like, and we will make it happen. And I said, I know this is a big ask. I literally reached out to him on Saturday night, which was the night before Mother's Day. And again, this was like all last minute because I was doing well. And then once I seen the second place spot, it was like that for a minute. So I was like, okay, I need to start brainstorming. What can I do to amplify my voice? How can I how can I reach more people? Reached out to him Saturday night. This is May 9th, and literally the day before Mother's Day. Reached out to him, got a response, and he was like, we can definitely make that happen. Send me some more information. And I was like, I know the timing isn't the greatest, and it's literally Mother's Day, right? And it can be difficult too because like he lost his grandmother as well. So I know, and he was pretty close with her. So I knew it wasn't the greatest of timings. But I reached out to him, and by some miracle, again, I needed a Hail Mary to say the least. And by some miracle, he was able to pull it through. I woke up literally this morning, and it's currently Monday, May 11th. And I woke up this morning to a message, and he was like, tune in to tonight at 7 o'clock. And then this happened. So I know this was not an easy thing to do. I know there's like so much that go on behind the scenes just to make like these stories, these messages be aired. I know it was not the easiest of things, especially like super last minute. I was like, I know this is last minute. I am trying to get as many votes as possible for before May 14th, which is this upcoming Thursday. I know again it's not the greatest timing, but like I need a Hail Mary. Like what do you think we can do? Is it possible? And he performed a miracle to say the least. So I'm so incredibly grateful. I'm so humbled for the entire support, the entire community that's helped me make it all the way up to this far. Like I have been competing since March 23rd, and let alone I didn't think I'd be selected. So if you guys are new to watching this, coming across to who it is I am, my name is Victor Guerra, who goes by Victor the Inspiration on social media. I am a recently published author of a book called Become the Victor, Turning Trials into Triumph. I also host my own podcast where I interview essentially anyone who has turned their trial into a triumph, or who has ever turned any form of a testimony, any form of a test into a testimony. And I have interviewed some phenomenal people, best-selling authors, serial entrepreneurs who have generated $250 million just for clients alone, contestants on reality TV shows such as the show Beast Games, and also the show Extracted. I recently interviewed someone that was a contestant on American Idol, and now they are an upcoming artist selling out concerts. I recently also just interviewed someone from America's Got Talent, who was one of the top 3 finalists on one of their seasons. Extraordinary people, and there's so many other people as well. And some of the people I just mentioned are episodes to come. So there's a little bit of a spoiler there. But, just such a surreal moment. And again, I've been competing for Entrepreneur of Impact March 23rd. I came across Damon John post advertising it. And this was like I want to say realistically, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And Damon John was advertising like, hey, apply to compete in Entrepreneur of Impact. I didn't know anything what it was. Like I had like nothing, no idea what it is. I sent out an application, and around this time, I was sending out applications like everywhere to be an actor, to compete in competitions, like literally everywhere. I was just trying to get my name out there. And my mentality was I'd rather hear the word no than assume I would hear no. So I was like, what do I have to lose? I have nothing to lose but something to gain. So here I am, submitted an application to compete in Entrepreneur of Impact. I get an email. I want to say like 48 hours later, somewhere around there. I get an email saying, "Congratulations, you are selected to compete for Entrepreneur of Impact." Now, around this time, again, I was putting my name and information out everywhere. Not like everywhere, right? Like there's some diligence behind the scenes, but I hear congratulations. I'm like, what is this? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I did this. Then I started competing. So I have been competing for Entrepreneur of Impact since March 23rd. And I did not think I would be selected. So that within itself was a blessing. And here I am. I ended up making it through the first round. I just had this thought like, oh, how cool would that be if I made it through the first round? Like this was my mindset at the time. And next thing you know, I make it through the first round. Okay, so now I'm in the top 20. Okay, now, and remind you, I'm competing against thousands upon thousands upon thousands of other entrepreneurs. And I literally made it to the top 1%. So I made it through the first round where I made it to the top 20, then the top 15, then the top 10, then the top 5. That was crazy within itself. And then here I am currently competing as a quarter finalist, and I am trying so hard to make it through to the semifinals. And if I can have your support, you guys can vote free every 24 hours daily, and I would be so greatly appreciated. I know it is a big ask. I know you guys have your own lives going on, but I promise you, if you guys can help me go as far as I can within this competition, like I need a whole support system behind me. And I cannot genuinely do this without you. As it is, I wouldn't have made it this far without you. But if I can have your guys' support more than ever, share my post, share my post. Again, vote every 24 hours. You guys would not only transform my life, but you guys would help me amplify my voice, my message, my story, where I not only will be able to share a message of resilience, my testimony, living with a progressive neuromuscular medical condition called spinal muscular atrophy type 2. Me navigating surgeries, numerous surgeries. Just within my back alone, I have had over 50 back surgeries. Just within my back alone. Me navigating ammonia collapsed lungs, experiencing numerous dozens upon dozens of being in the ICU, fighting for my life, never believing I would see another light of day the next day. Me undergoing a mental health collapse where I was put on a psychiatric hold in January 2020. This is when all of this happened. And I didn't go to therapy. I tried it, wasn't for me. I was on antidepressants at the time. I did not like it. I didn't like the way it altered my mental state. Got off of it. The thing that pulled me through is yes, family, support, and definitely my mother as well. I could not have been here if it wasn't for her unconditional love, for her giving me a second chance at life. And I do not say that lightly. But I definitely know 100% I would not have been here if it wasn't for God Himself. Because through grace, through faith, I was saved. I began praying. I didn't need medication to pull me through. I needed prayer. I needed guidance to pull me through. And here I am several years later. It is currently 2026, and I am competing for Entrepreneur of Impact. It is far bigger than just, hey, this is my story. Hey, this is what I've gone through. No, no, no. It's all about me trying to utilize my own pain, my own sorrows, hardships, challenges, moments of despair. And I can not only share my story, but articulate my words well enough where it is easily interpreted, where it can be understood. So those who are navigating similar experiences can take a step back, reflect, and be like, you know what? I can make it to that next step. You know what? I am stronger than I give myself credit for. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about us. It becomes a message of how can we get through this? And anyone who has ever undergone any form of desperation, where there was no light at the end of the tunnel, you overcome those processes. Those individuals are the very ones that hold two things. They hold, one, the ability to understand the resilience, but two, and this is my favorite one, it's the ability to connect with individuals who feel like they are unreachable. Now, what if your story, your message has that impact? That's what I'm fighting for. It's not just about me. It's how can we get through this? I don't want you to feel alone. I am so grateful again for this opportunity, for my cousin Robert. You guys can follow him. I will also link his socials within the description as well. I don't have a big audience yet, but within the foreseeable future, we will see. And I'm just so grateful for again the opportunity. Thank you guys. Your guys' support would be so greatly appreciated. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Please vote for me daily. I know it's a big ask, but I need a Hail Mary within this competition with the way it's looking. So if you guys can help pull me through, if you guys can even make a donation, the donations do not go to me. They go to an organization called Gin Youth, which is me essentially raising funds to help young children live healthy and active lives. So it's a win-win. You guys support me within this competition where I have a chance to win 3 grand prizes, which is 1, to win $25,000 cash, 2, to win one-on-one mentorship by Damon John himself, and 3, to be featured on Forbes magazine. You guys would help me hopefully win this competition. But secondly, I call it a win-win because not only will you be helping me within this competition, but you guys will also be helping an organization. It's a win-win. It goes to a great cause. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Please share my post. Please vote for me. Please share with family and friends. I would so be greatly appreciated. I would just love to make it through one more round. I would love to win the competition, but at least one more round would be pretty extraordinary. Again, I need a Hail Mary. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And as always, remember, grow through what you go through. Much love.